Let's call U.S. Attorney Steven Skrocki.
You've reached the Anchorage office of the United States Attorney for the District of Alaska. Our normal business hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Please be advised that any messages left are subject to archival and retrieval by the Department of Justice. If you know your party's extension, please press 1. If you would like to dial by name, please press 2. To leave a message in our general mailbox, please press...
Using the keys on your touch-tone phone, please enter the name of the party you wish to reach, last name, transferring to...
Steve Skrocki.
This is voicemail for Steve Skrocki's cell phone. Please leave me a message and a contact number. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
U.S. Attorney Steven Skrocki, how you doing? My name is Rudy Davis. I'm a Bible-believing follower of the Lord Jesus Christ. My cell phone number is 972-839-9848. My question to you is, how do you go to sleep at night? Do you do drugs? Is it possible you do methamphetamines or crack cocaine, or what exactly do you do that allows you to go to sleep? Do you have to inculcate your body with any sort of foreign substances? Because what you've done to Schaefer Cox is going to be brought to the light. You know, during the court, I believe it was Bill Fulton. Do you know Bill Fulton is on the record as saying that Schaefer Cox would have never killed anybody? And yet you made your career out of trying to prove that Schaefer Cox was a domestic terrorist conspiring to commit murder of federal officials. Do you know that Bill Fulton, your main guy that you paid to go in and infiltrate his circle of friends and his militia, said that he don't think he would have killed anybody? Do you think that Schaefer Cox was planning to kill Trina Bucamp, when she was sitting on the stand? I suggest, Steve Skrocki, that you are working for a traitor, and that makes you a traitor yourself. Do you know that Obama, who put out a forged birth certificate, is not a natural-born citizen according to Emmer Patel's Law of Nations that our Constitution was built upon, appointed Karen Loeffler? And you working with Karen Loeffler, you sent her an email, as a matter of fact, and you called out the point that your $300,000 whore, Gerald J.R. Olson, who ran drugs for Hell's Angels, that he was suggesting that Schaefer do a 5-for-1 plan. That Schaefer wasn't trying to do a 2-for-1 plan. Schaefer Cox was trying to get out of the state of Alaska because you and Karen Loeffler hounded him with Chris Menino, who tried to set him up with explosives. Of course, Chris Menino's in prison right now. You tried to set him up with Bill Fulton, who threatened his life and threatened his family's life. You tried to go after him with Wendy Marsh with the Office of Children's Services. You tried to go after him with Gerald $300,000 whore Olson, who ran drugs for Hell's Angels. And of course there was a recording. Wasn't it Bill Fulton who recorded a recording, turned it into you guys, and it had exculpatory evidence, and you said, oh, because we're so concerned about the law and we never told Bill to make that particular recording, you handed that recording back to Bill Fulton and asked him to destroy it because you were so concerned about following the specificity of the law. You're so concerned about the honor and the diligence of working within the law that you just sent an innocent man to prison. Do you know they put Schaefer Cox in prison just this past week so he can't work on his appeal? Did you have anything to do with that? You would be motivated, I'm sure, so that Schaefer Cox could not work on his appeal, because he's going to expose the evil and the wickedness that you did. And
2 to erase and re-record. Press 3 to continue recording where you left off. Press 4.
yeah.
At the tone, please continue recording. At the end of your message, press 1.
Yeah, you bet I want to continue recording. Do you know that when Schaefer wins his appeal and he exposes how you guys withheld exculpatory evidence, that's going to line up exactly with what's already happened with Vic Kohlring, Pete Cott, Senator Ted Stevens, who died mysteriously in a plane crash. And they're going to send somebody tougher after you than Hank Schulke, who writes a limp-wristed, lame 500-page report, and Judge Emmett Sullivan, who had a backbone for like 2 nanoseconds, but seems to have lost his backbone. I kind of think that somebody in the Obama administration visited him and made him lose his backbone. Do you know that Lois Lerner went after conservatives and the political opponents of Obama, and not one person was held accountable? How long do you think that's going to go? Do you think that you and your friend Yvonne Lamoureux and your friend Joseph Bottini and your friend James Goki and your Moxie lady, feminist, y'all Moxie women all got to hang out together, don't you? Who's that lady? Karen Loeffler and Loretta Lynch. When y'all have dinner, I'm just curious how long y'all think this is going to last. Nobody being held accountable and all. Is it taboo when you're drinking wine over your dinner and sacrificing babies? I'm just joking. Maybe you guys do sacrifice babies? It wouldn't surprise me. But when y'all all get together and witches and warlocks at the Bohemian Grove, I'm just curious.
The maximum time permitted for recording your message. If you are satisfied with your message, press 1 to listen to your message. Press 2 to send your message with normal delivery. Press 1 to send your message with urgent delivery. Press 2. Thank you. Your message has been sent. Goodbye.
All right, that was a voicemail for Steven Skrocki, the lead U.S. prosecutor in the Schaefer Cox case.